Hey, so I just recorded my video for nourishment, and I want to get into talking about vital force. And I move my hands like this to kind of express what this means to me or how it's felt. I would say over the course of my life, I was traumatized and institutionally traumatized and systematically traumatized out of the cultivation and expression of my vital force, unfortunately. Just the way that I was raised by my parents, who punished me severely and always implied that I was lying and that I was in need of punishment, that I was wrong and bad, just inherently at the core of my being, and that no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. And no matter how much I would try to express my earnest desire to do good and to be good, that would never be enough. That I wouldn't be able to fix, and yet that I should always be held responsible for that. Yeah, so basically, I was constantly in these catch-22 double binds where it was damned if you do, damned if you don't. I was basically, punished regardless of my behavior, and yet forced to still like do the best behavior that I could to try to at least minimize my punishment, because the punishment was variable. And I'm talking just extreme, like cartoonishly extreme punishments. If you got on my mom's bad side, and then on my dad's side, a kind of taking advantage of my vital force, of here's a parent that might be safe, a parent that has always gone at work, and when he comes home he kind of ignores me, but sometimes when he gets drunk enough, reaches out to me for attention, and suddenly he's just very big and explosive and either angry or just like very, very, like cartoonishly jovial. Here's someone where all of a sudden, hey, I might get a chance to receive the love that I've been missing from my mom. Here's a person who might be able to rectify the situation with my mom and protect me and save me. And this person, makes large promises. So I get all of my hope up of like, oh, this person's actually going to save me. They're going to divorce my mom and take me and my siblings away to a safe place where there's not going to be these extreme harsh punishments, and I'm going to get my needs met. I'm going to be loved finally, and yeah. So basically, this person manipulating me into expressing my vital force in a way that would become closer with them, but yet me always coming back at the end of the day, realizing, oh, this person's not meeting my needs. Like, this person continues to ignore me for the television. This person continues to be gone at work and continues to blame my mom for things when it seems like they have more agency than they're letting on. And so eventually I had to recalibrate and pull back on my vital force, pull it away from them. Rather than using my vital force to attach to others, that this person actually makes bids for my attention and is reaching out for me when he's drunk enough. Most of the time ignoring me, but sometimes being very vocal about like, and intense in just bidding for my attention. And I have to actually reject those bids now. I have to say, no, you can't have my attention. So I have to pull that vital force back from even wanting to attach to other people. I have to pull it back and put it in myself, and just kind of like sit with my own energy, my own needing to be seen and loved and understood, and just kind of sit with the fact that that's maybe never going to be met. Well, so sit with the fact that is never going to be met during this, first 2 decades of my life. I will never be loved by a parent figure during this child time of my life. So that energy has to figure out how to go into other places. And then I was, further traumatized by the school system, where I acted out and was very strange, and I still quite don't know why, but I was just kind of this very wild child, moving around, extreme energy, just kind of bouncing and vibrating. Difficult to pay attention. And the trauma of being forced to sit still and sit in a chair, for massive amounts of the day, and sit and pay singular attention on this teacher, forcing me, forcing my vital force to daydream and imagine, just like all of my tests and homeworks were filled with these fantastical drawings. Not good drawings necessarily. I wasn't a good drawer, but very, very cool and interesting imaginations, and just abstract. So, obviously forced out of my body and into my mind, into my cerebral imaginary space. This was the place where I was able to be alive for the majority of my life. So it was a lot of force pushed out of my body. And of course, I struggled to connect with others during the course of my school career. So all this is to say, what is a vital force? What is it? So I've been doing Qigong recently, or I started to do Qigong recently. I started with Embrace the Tree. Super simple. You just kind of sit there with your arms up, maybe I can hold it straight. You just kind of sit there, knees bent, feet kind of grounded on the floor, feeling through the floor, and your hands up, kind of at eye level maybe, but hands relaxed, shoulder or upper traps relaxed, elbows kind of relaxed, and just kind of doing this embracing motion. You start to feel energy in your fingertips. You start to feel energy going through your fingertips into your heart area. You start to feel a connection with your face. And then you start to feel this kind of energy either coming into it or going out of the ground. And you just start to feel really good for minimal effort in a simple amount of time, and energy starts to course through you. So I've been doing that for maybe about a month, and I had an LSD trip recently where, I was also doing Qigong exercises and other kinds of energy stuff. And on this LSD trip, the theme of vital force as this idea, as this concept came up. And I just thought about all the ways that I have expressed or not expressed it. Well, more like all the ways I've expressed it or had it suppressed in me, and so it had to be diverted and go somewhere else. And I thought about all the ways where it's just kind of frazzled out, where, almost as if my energy channels were supposed to be, these clear high capacity wires. Instead, the wires were frayed and they had, holes in them, and so the energy was just kind of going off and not really able to be transmitted through myself. It's like, goddamn. Sorry for cursing. But I kind of realized, oh shit, everyone has this vital force. It is a felt thing, and it is a thing in your body. It is your life. It is your livingness. And it's a way to conceptualize fulfillment and self-actualization and the failure to get that in life and society. I think about most careers where people have their vital force drained out of them during the day. 9 to 5, they have their vital force drained out of them. And that's so sad and frustrating and unfortunate. It is a crime. It's an actual crime. I think this as a lens is a very helpful and informative way to view people and humanity, view myself. You know, if you're spending 9 to 5 with your vital force drained, you know, you are trying to replenish. And maybe the time after your 9 to 5 is not a large enough space and time to be replenishing that vital force. And so you're stuck with, you know, the energy wants to go into places that aren't going to serve you. So you're going to want to binge on food and sit at the computer and stuff like that. I think about what a life would look like if I was expressing my vital force and able to cultivate it in the right kinds of ways. My job would be something that was fulfilling. Maybe I'd get to counsel people and help people, help make decisions for them or guide them in the right way and talk to them about their healing journey, give them advice, or physically heal people. Another way that I like to express my vital force is by DJing, making music and writing and making videos like this. Like this is a way that I've chosen to express my vital force. And I just made a video on nourishment. Expressing your vital force is something that gives you more of it. It cultivates it. So this is a way where I'm doing something, I'm spending my energy in a way that has a loop back and gives me energy. Same thing with kind of qigong, where you're using your energy in a kind of a way that is going to end up giving you that energy back. So it's like, yeah, I feel drawn to these things because there is a sense that, oh, these things nourish me. They're going to give me energy back when I spend energy on them. And for some reason that aligns with me helping myself / healing myself and helping others / healing others. Like these things are combined. That's just what gives me energy back. And with the DJing, it's like providing like really cool, fascinating, emotional, introspective experiences for other people. Like transmitting the emotional, introspective experiences that I've had, and trying to transmute those into a format where other people can have that vibe download. That is like what gives me energy. And for some reason that makes me feel seen and heard. Of like, oh yeah, I'm fulfilling the role that society needs me to fill, and I'm making use of the skills that I uniquely have to offer to the world. But there's a way currently where my vital force isn't being expressed and I'm not being seen and heard, and that is that I have these energetic blockages in the way of me expressing myself for these things. Yeah, and what I mean to say about that is that I need a teacher, I need a coach, I need a master who gets me and is willing to kind of like transmit their knowledge and also finds me a worthy student and thinks that I'm going to be receptive to what they have to say. So I want to learn from a DJ master who can see inside of me the vital force that is wanting to be expressed through their help. You know, they see my end goal and they see, you know, where I'm at and how I can take steps to, how I can clear the obstacles in the way of expressing that vital force. Yeah, the same thing goes for like moving my body. Between yoga and qigong and other exercise, you know, I need help. I need teachers who will be able to help me, you know, learn these modalities and express the inner need to exercise. It's the energy that needs to be burned off. You know, I need to burn calories, but also I need to move, and my body needs to find out that it can move in all of these intricate, unique, beautiful, delicate or intense and expressive ways. Vital force may be cheap, but I prefer the term vital force because it brings to mind this image of something that's moving, something that's like very quick and, you know, vibrating. It brings to mind movement, something that is the act of movement. But if you can freeze it in time as this idea of movement, which is this kind of a paradox. Vital force. And once you conceptualize it, you see that we as a society are systematically gaslighting ourselves about the existence of vital force. We choose not to see it, and we all have to collectively ignore the ways that we're robbing each other of our vital force. Because otherwise it would hurt just too much. We operate off of this collective lie because the way that we place value is in money. US dollars or whatnot. The value is not in that. I think the value is in the vital force, or at least how it manifests in your experience, which is tangible. Vital force might not be a tangible thing, but how it represents itself experientially, which is like that feeling when you drink, you know, the broth of steamed spinach and it goes down and it just goes, I feel nourished, I feel healthy, I feel energized and ready to take on my next challenge. And I feel like tomorrow I'll feel just a little bit better for having done this. Vital force is like, I'm doing what I need to do in the universe, I'm fulfilling my role. Vital force is like, I'm challenging myself and growing to be, you know, the best version of myself just because. Vital force is like, I'm telling my deepest inner truth and I'm asking myself hard questions and digging even deeper just because I can and because I know that I want to, I don't know, but it's going to give me vital force to come out on the other side of it. In my life, I've struggled with vital force. I have like this chronic fatigue. I don't know why. Just now I'm like feeling, I don't know, it's kind of antsy, it's this difficulty in my heart. So I'm gonna have to get up and stop moving soon. But everyone has this vital force and they need to express it. And if you can put on your goggles to start looking for that vital force, start seeing the ways in which you might have that being suppressed, parasitically by other people or by society or just expectations they put on themselves. Help unburden other people, help unburden yourself. See ways that you're thinking, oh, this is what it means to be a man, or this is what it means to be a woman. I need to exist in these certain kinds of ways because that's what I've been told, rather than looking inward and looking at that vital force and saying, fuck, excuse the cursing, fuck everything that everyone's putting on me. Fuck everything that everyone's telling me that I need to do or should do. Fuck the conceptions of vital force that other people are putting onto me, that it's going to give me vitality to act macho or, provide for my family and or make hundreds of thousands of dollars, that I need to maximize income, that I need to be this sexy lover boy or charismatic womanizer or whatever. Fuck those conceptions they are putting on you, and that as a result you're putting on yourself. Escape that and ask yourself, once you've broken free of those shackles, ask yourself, what is giving me energy and life force in this moment? What do I need to do to be me? And that's a hard question. It's painful because there is a kind of, to live in that fake vitality of like other people's expectations of you. It's easier, and you will thrum and hum inside of the collective vitality, the collective fake vitality of everyone. But the deeper, truer energy of you is yours. It is true and deeply idiosyncratic. It has a unique energy signature that will be uniquely appealing and nourishing and rewarding for you. And you will come to break out of the cycles of the collective. You'll come into your own rhythms that are uniquely rewarding. And eventually, what will happen, what must happen as a result of this, is that other people who are uniquely sensitive, who are also tuned into that wavelength of discovering what they need rather than what other people are telling them that they need. They will see you doing this too, and they will be impressed for it, and they will want to spend time around you. They will want to learn from you, and you will want to learn from them. That's how a community forms, and that's how new, deeper vulnerability, that's how this new level of like collective energy forms itself. That is raw and authentic and vulnerable and deeper and just flourishes. Then you have this tiger energy, this deeper vitality discovering itself, exploring itself, going ever deeper. And then it's just a matter of the rest of society to, you're hanging around in this pool of energy, and then they finally wake up, and they're just like toddling around, like peering their head over the corner, they see you in the pool, and they're like, hey man, the water's warm, come on inside, it's great over here, I'm loving it, it's awesome. No pressure, we're here for you, whether or not you want to hop in, but it is awesome over here. No pressure, we're just chilling over here. Take your time. We will wait as long as you need. Yeah, that's exactly the vibe download I wanted to transfer. Just to speak it into existence, is helpful for me, and I hope that, for you to be seeing me digesting this and manifesting this is helpful for you as well. I hope you learned something. Hope this was helpful. Thanks.